Cherry Audio hasn't launched anything new yet. It seems they are taking a well-deserved rest after the launching of the GX80. They also launched a lot of different synthesizers throughout 2022, so we have a lot to play with in the meantime. But still, I miss them, so I figured I should make a video on my top 5 favorite synthesizers from Cherry Audio. So, without further ado, let's go! First of all, a disclaimer, this is my own opinion. If your favorite Cherry Audio synthesizer is not on this list, it doesn't mean it's not good. In fact, I find every synthesizer from Cherry Audio is really good, but of course, I have my favorites. This list is made of synthesizers I find unique, fun, and that I've actually used in my songs. But before we start, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel and also give the video a like, that would mean a lot to me. And if you want to support this channel even further, consider becoming a patron. You can get early access to my videos and also free presets. Thank you in advance. So let's go straight to number 5. Number 5 is, for me, the most unique synthesizer by Cherry Audio. I'm talking about Synths. It's a bit intimidating at first because it has so many knobs and buttons that you may get a little bit dizzy just by looking at it. But don't worry, it's really easy to use, and if you want a full review of this synthesizer, I have a video right here. The thing with this synthesizer is that it takes a simple concept like a sine wave and expands it to many different possibilities for sound design. Because the sine waves can be modified with different parameters like wave faulting, drive, changing the shape, adding feedback, and not only that, every parameter can be modulated by other oscillators, so you also have FM, AM, RM, and every kind of modulation that you can think of. Not only that, it has 4 different voices, and every voice have the same parameters, the same engines, so this is a really powerful synthesizer. The reason why this is number 5 and not any higher is because I tend to use other synthesizers for these kind of processes. That doesn't mean that this one isn't good. In fact, because of the price, it's a really good option to get really modern kind of sounds. And with this, I feel I'm just scratching the surface. I really need to take more time to be able to get the most out of this synthesizer. But still, this is just the first one of the top 5. So let's go to number 4. Continuing with the idea of Cherry Audio making original synthesizer that is not based on an analog machine or a classic machine, number 4 is Dream Synth. Now, you may be surprised that number 5 and 4 are the original synthesizers by Cherry Audio. And to tell you the truth, that's because I love Cherry Audio, especially because of their emulations. That doesn't mean that these two are not good, that's why they are in the top nonetheless, but I don't use them as much as 1, 2, and 3, and that's the main reason on why they are only 5 and 4. Dream Synth is the total opposite of Synths, which means that you don't start with a sine wave, you start with endless possibilities of different sounds. The idea of Dream Synth is not only having the classic waveforms, but also different weird waveforms that will give you so many sonic possibilities to get any kind of sound you want. You have even some one-shots to make some percussive kind of sounds. It also has a lot of knobs, and that means that has a lot of different modulations. In fact, every parameter, or almost every parameter, can be modulated by a different source. You have also 3 LFOs and really nice effects, and this was the synthesizer that introduced the Galactic reverb, which is one of my favorites. It also has a string generator that comes from the Quadra and gives you this classic lush pad sound. So you can mix the 3 oscillators with that engine and get so much more possibilities. Sadly, I don't have a video on it, but if you want me to make a more deep overview of Dream Synth, please tell me in the comments down below. This also sounds really good, it has many options. Again, the invitation is that you try it out. I think you won't be disappointed by it. Number 3 is the Elka-X. I love it for a simple reason, and that reason is polyrhythms. I don't have other reason on why I love this. The sequencer makes programming polyrhythmic sequences so easy that I think that's all I use this for. I mean, it's a really good synthesizer, I love the sound of it, you can make anything you want without using the sequencer, but when I need polyrhythmic melodies, I go for this. I just love polyrhythms, and having something that makes easier programming them, it's just amazing. I have a whole video reviewing this synthesizer, and it's right here. Not only that, I have a whole preset pack with 50 different sounds, from which 19 are different polyrhythmic melodic sequences. You can get it following the link on the description. I made it to show the power of this synthesizer to program melodic sequences with a polyrhythmic nature. So let me show you some examples right now. I also have a short video where I teach how to make polyrhythmic sequences, and it's really easy, so go check it out. But for now, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is the newest synthesizer by Cherry Audio. It's their flagship synthesizer. That means that it's the synthesizer which they are more proud of, and it really shows. The GX80 is a beast of a synthesizer. The only reason why it's on number 2 and not in number 1 is because I don't use it as much as number 1. I have a whole video reviewing this synthesizer, showing you everything it has to offer, but just to tell you right now, it's not only a CS80 emulation, it's actually a CS80 with the GX1. That means that has many other features, for example, different oscillators you can put in the sound, different filters you can choose, and not only that, you can work with layers. And that makes everything so much powerful, because in reality it's like having 2 CS80s on the same synthesizer. It's really fun to use, and I've been using it a lot lately, and I want to keep experimenting with it. Finally, let's go to number 1. Maybe it's not a surprise if you have watched my favorite synthesizer video. If you haven't watched that video, you may be surprised because it's a really simplistic kind of synthesizer compared to the others on the list. I'm talking about the Mercury 4. This little thing sounds amazing. It's something about the sound that they managed to get with this that I just love it. It's lush, it's really nice, I don't know, it's like silk to my ears. And it's really simple to use. You just have one VCO with a sub oscillator, 2 envelopes, a filter, and some nice effects. And well, one of the added features is that it has this tape echo, which is a Roland Space Echo emulation, and also a really nice reverb, especially the spring. But still, I use it for really subtle and simple kind of patches. I mean, for this synthesizer, it's not only because of the features, it's because of the sound and how easy it is to get the sound that I want for something based on Jupiter in a really fast manner. It's not only easy to use, it's intuitive, and it has never disappointed me, and that's why it's my number 1 favorite synthesizer from Cherry Audio. And that's my top 5 favorite synthesizers from Cherry Audio. Tell me in the comments which one are yours. You know that I love what Cherry Audio is doing. Their plugins are really high quality, they are emulating really diverse kind of machines, and not only that, the prices are really good. And no, they are not paying me for doing this, and they have no idea that I'm making this video. The links for the synthesizers are going to be in the description. Go play with them, they have demos for each one of them. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel and also give it a like. And not only that, consider becoming a patron so you can support my content. I will see you next time. Bye bye.